Welcome to the Medtronic online training for the MiniMed 640G system. This training shows you how continuous glucose monitoring works and helps you take full advantage of what your MiniMed 640G system can offer. Continuous glucose monitoring, or CGM, gives you and your healthcare professional more information that can be used to better manage your diabetes. We want to thank you for choosing the MiniMed 640G system and look forward to partnering with you through this training experience. These CGM courses you'll be taking are designed to help you prepare for your in-person training. In this course, Exploring CGM, we'll give you an overview of what CGM is and what it can do for you. We'll also introduce you to the various parts of the system and what you can expect once you start using CGM. Up until now, you've been relying on blood glucose readings alone to give you information about your glucose. Think of your blood glucose, or BG readings, as a photograph. A photo captures what's happening at a specific moment. CGM, on the other hand, captures what's occurring between those specific moments, much like a film. Let's take a look at an example. Let's say there are two people watching a cyclist. One person is taking pictures with a camera, and the other's filming. When we look at the photos of the cyclist taken a few minutes apart, the photos show us where the cyclist was at the moment each photo was taken. However, we don't know what route he traveled or how quickly he rode. But when we watch the film, we can see that he actually rode uphill and coasted down quickly. This additional information is similar to what CGM provides. Like the photos, BG readings provide information at a particular moment. But a BG reading doesn't capture what your glucose has done between test times. Much like the cyclist's path, you don't know if your BG has gone up or down. You may have had a high or a low that you weren't even aware of. Your glucose value constantly changes throughout the day. Glucose levels go up and down depending on many factors. By using CGM, you have the opportunity to see how food, insulin, exercise, and other things throughout the day affect your glucose levels. When using CGM, you can choose to have the pump alert you when your glucose is approaching or reaches a high or low limit. This allows you to take action, if needed, to help avoid dangerously high or low glucose levels. The pump is also able to temporarily suspend insulin delivery when your sensor glucose is approaching or has reached your low limit, so you do not continue to receive insulin during this time. The additional information that CGM provides can help you make the changes needed for better diabetes management. You may have noticed that there are multiple parts to your CGM system. Let's take some time to get to know each of them and the specific role they play. Roll your mouse over each item to learn more about it. Let's take a moment to see how the sensor and transmitter work together. First, the sensor is inserted under the skin, so it is in contact with the fluid between your cells called interstitial fluid. Then, the transmitter is connected to the sensor. The sensor will then measure the glucose in the interstitial fluid. This glucose is referred to as sensor glucose, or SG. The transmitter then collects information on SG from the sensor and wirelessly sends it to your pump. Your pump displays sensor data on the home screen in two ways, as a graph and as a sensor value. The sensor value is updated every 5 minutes. You'll learn more about your CGM display in the Keys to Success course. Now that you understand a bit more about how CGM works, there are a few things that are important for you to know. First, even though your sensor checks your glucose levels continuously, CGM does not replace BG meter readings. BG readings are still needed to keep your CGM system working properly. It's also necessary to confirm your sensor glucose with a BG reading before making any treatment decisions, such as giving insulin for a high BG or treating a low. Secondly, remember that CGM doesn't automatically give you better control. It's a tool that you and your healthcare professional will be able to use to get insight into what's happening in your body and learn how to shape your insulin delivery to better fit your individual needs. And lastly, CGM takes time to learn. Expect that it will take a little while before you feel comfortable with the technology and know how to use the information you're receiving. Between your healthcare professional and Medtronic, you will have the help you need along the way. You've reached the end of the Exploring CGM course. You've learned how CGM works and the parts of your CGM system. You are now ready to learn how to get the most benefit from CGM in the Keys to Success course. If you have additional questions, please consult your user guide or speak to your healthcare professional. For a certificate of completion, click here. Click Exit to leave the course.